Hi, welcome to Mr. Dyer's Musings. I'm Mr. Dyer. Today we're going to be taking a look at water bags. As always, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I always appreciate my family for their unconditional support. I want to thank my patrons on Patreon. Thank you for the money that supports this channel and keeps us moving forward. It really helped when we took this on the road a few weeks ago, and we're going to take it on the road here again in about a month. So if you want to be part of that, and if you have any change or spare money, or you want to just support this channel financially to help keep moving it forward, please check out my Patreon page, Mr. Dyer's Musings. And if you like antiques, which if you're on the channel you probably do, if you like history, check out my other videos. I got a ton of them that are about early campcraft and the American Civil War. Like them, subscribe to them, click the bell. That way you can be a part of this journey moving forward. So in regards to canvas water bags, now I try to look up the history on canvas water bags, and it's kind of vague. But what I can tell you is using canvas to hold water is a very, 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 very old thing. It was used during the American Civil War. We had canvas water buckets. Early in the, during the Klondike, the magazines like Sears and Roebuck, Eddie Bauer, all these other places that would supply expeditions, they sold canvas water buckets. But I couldn't find a definitive date on when the canvas water bags were invented per se. I can say, though, just from looking at the trends, that canvas water bags became extremely popular after World War II. World War II ended in 1949. We entered it in 1941. It ended in 1945. I don't know why I said 49. But Rommel and the desert expeditions and things like that, canvas water bags were very popular. And when I was doing a lot of research on the canvas water bags, I found out that a lot of Marines still use canvas water bags at their tech schools and during basic training and things like that. So even today, canvas water bags are still pretty popular. This particular model, I couldn't find a catalog to specifically date it. So I'm going to give a guesstimate from 1940 to 1954. And I'm going to say 1954 because the logo, Boy Scouts of America, National Council, New York City, was changed. So I'm going to say 1940 to 1954, and it's within that range. I couldn't find it in any of my 1930s catalogs, so I think this post-dates the time period that I pretty much focus on, but it was just so cool, I had to have it. So canvas water bags were used even in the early 1900s. People, when they would go camping, they would hang them on front of their trucks or their cars, and the evaporative cooling would cool the water, but it would also supposedly help cool the radiator. So it did a dual purpose there. Campers used them for a very long time. It was very popular to use in the logging industry, and from seeing some stories, it seems like a person's canvas water bag was a very treasured possession, and there's a lot of people who really love them because of the evaporative cooling effect. What happens is you have to soak this bag before you even put water in it. And then as the water on the outside evaporates, it cools the water on the inside. Kind of like what do they call it, the swamp cooling effect, where you take a bucket of water or wet towels or something like that, and you have a fan blowing, and it can help cool you down. So evaporative cooling helps keep the water cool. This thing would probably be carried not so much on the person all the time, while they're hiking, because then you'd end up very wet. But it was probably used in a standing camp situation, and you'd have it hanging from a tree like I did, and when you want some water, you'd grab some water. Now they will drip. They will drip continuously until they're empty. But when you start using a canvas water bag, you have to season it in a way. Now, the instructions on brand new ones say that you should boil it for 3 hours. I tried boiling this one for 3 hours and it still dripped rather profusely. Other people say that you should soak it for a week or more to help solve the leaking problem. Again, it's always going to drip, but this one drains out pretty quickly. Another person suggests that you throw in a cup or two of baking soda and fill it with water, and the baking soda helps fill up the pores that the expanded cotton canvas doesn't do well enough on its own. I haven't done that, so I'm still going to try to soak it for a week and try to use it. I can tell you that the evaporative cooling effect of this works out amazingly well. I really enjoy it, so I hope I get to keep it and use it in the field. When I bought this, it was in incredible condition, and it had the metal slide that tends to get missing a lot, and it had the original cork and this piece of rope that you can use to carry it with. So that is the canvas water bag. If you have a story about using a canvas water bag, or maybe you know of some history that I didn't mention, please share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to interact with you. It's got a neat history as far as the bags itself, using canvas to hold water. I know a lot of bushcrafters say that they like to have waxed canvas on them, like a waxed stuff sack. That way they can use it to carry water when necessary. So in short, this is pretty much the exact same thing. Maybe if I can't get this thing to work how it's intended, I'll coat it with a wax and see if that helps solve my problem. But I like to go the traditional route first and see if I can get it that way. Please share the video. Please like it if you do. Please comment, and like I said, leave me a story. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Hit the subscribe button, give a kiss and a hug to your loved ones, and take care.